This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Don't shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
I tell you, being here is Sway in the morning, walking through the hallways is a party.
Yeah, that's true. As a B.
Would you hold the court out there, huh?
Yeah, but man, you gotta understand. It's my brother, man. We go way, way, way back. Way back. Way back. And I got a chance to watch this man just transcend like the barriers that we was facing in the late 80s and the 90s, coming up in the hip hop game, especially being from the West Coast. Mm-hmm. It was hard transcending a whole lot of, it was pitfalls, it was walls up back then that made it harder because the business was primarily based out of New York.
Right.
But on the West Coast, people felt like, man, if you ain't gonna let us in, we're gonna find another way in. And he definitely comes from that lineage as an artist, being down with Dub C in the Mad Circle, going solo, even before Dub C in the Mad Circle, putting together music, becoming an actor as well, seeing him on the big screen, creating a song that kind of transcended geographical boundaries, ethnicities, social, economical boundaries, Gangsta's Paradise, and from there his career, we watched him reach the pinnacle. We watched him go through some ups. We watched him go through some downs. But it's good to see him on the up again. A good friend of mine, Coolio, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Shaka Zulu,
Man, how you been, brother?
I've been good, man. I can't complain. I'm watching my kids grow. My kids grown up now.
Yeah.
We got no babies no more.
Yeah.
I might have to have me another baby. I don't know. I got 3 boys and 3 girls, man. My oldest is 28.
28.
Wow.
And my youngest is 19.
That used to be a trivia question. How many kids do Coolio have, right?
Yeah.
And so would you have another one? Would you?
Quite possibly. I like kids, man. I think, for me, a house is not really a home unless you got the patter of little feet in it.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about dog feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, I'm sure that, pretty soon one of my kids will have some grandkids. One of my kids will have children. So yeah. I think I might wait for that. I might wait for that because I don't want to go unless I get married to somebody I know I'm gonna be with.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go through that child support shit again. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit.
That's some
there,
bullshit, bro. So you done with child support?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, you made it, man! You made it!
Congratulations!
Man, that's a relief.
Man, I don't want to go through that shit never again, bro.
We were talking about the early days, like how difficult it felt to me being from Oakland to really make things happen back in the day. And it's totally different when you see artists from like Kendrick Lamar and you see artists like Sage the Gemini from the Bay, or all these guys are doing well for themselves. But what was it like back in the day coming up as an MC?
Well, I can tell you like this. For me, it was a little bit easier, I suppose, because I was pretty determined. I didn't really I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What nobody said. I mean, I was determined. I was gonna make it, or I was gonna probably end up in prison.
Yeah.
Those was my options. And now that I look back at it, I either probably would have been, if I'd have been smart, I'd either been a rapper or a police officer. I'm saying police officer because I would have been a dirty, crooked ass cop.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'd have been robbing motherfuckers and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was, if you said it, if you wasn't from New York or you wasn't from Philly, people didn't really pay attention. People didn't pay attention to, well, let's just say the tri-state. If you went from the tri-state, people didn't pay attention to you. You see Ice-T.
Yeah.
Ice-T had to come back to Jersey to really get on, and then he came back to the West Coast, And Ice was pretty instrumental in my grooming. I went on my first tour was with Ice. We went to Canada on tour with Dub C.
Yeah.
And Ice had to go do these interviews every morning, like at 7 a.m. everywhere we went. He went and did the morning show most places we went to. It was about 14 cities. And when everybody else was asleep, I used to sneak in the back of the limo, homie, and try to make myself real small so nobody would say nothing, man. And I used to roll. I used to pay attention.
Yeah.
And Ice used to say, I see your ass back there, Coolio. But I just paid attention. I listened to the things that he said. And I'm gonna tell you what Ice's power was. He knew how to say things to make people so amazed that their jaw would drop and they'd be looking at him like this.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, and I said, okay, I got to do that shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't so much that I tried to do that. It was just that I tried to be an interesting person. You know what I'm saying? Try to, be a person that somebody wanted to talk to or somebody wanted to be interested in.
Yeah.
And, as far as interviews and that sort of thing goes, and then, he was intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, most West Coast rappers came off as kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
All they was talking about was gangbanging and bullshit and, and they hood and, and I talked about things like that, but I tried to talk about it in an intelligent kind of way. And then, I figured out this too. I learned this from Ice. When you're doing an interview, people can ask you whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to answer it, you don't have to get mad and don't answer it. You could just deflect it. You could say, oh, yeah. And then you start talking about something completely different. They'd be like, I didn't ask you that.
Yeah.
But, I learned.
You learned that from Ice?
I learned that.
It's funny hearing
That's
that.
interesting, right?
I learned that. Do people do that? You don't let people do that to you. I be watching all your shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't let people. You be like, nah, I didn't ask you that. You straight tell them like, nah, that's not what I said. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have a great gift of remembering what I ask people,
Right.
and so I bring it back around. I want to open up the phone lines. Coolio is here, 888-742-3345. I think your trajectory is so important, and how you became as an artist and how you transcended, as an artist, and even Coolio, to be honest with you, the trials and tribulations you've been through, whether it was with court, any demons you faced, and because the fact that you're here today and we're here to talk about the 90s Fest, which is taking place September 19th. At 1 p.m. in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, and Salt and Pepper is going to be there. Naughty by Nature, Tonic, and Coolio will be there. Blind Melon, Smash Mouth will be there. Blind Melon will be there. September 19th. I want to say that again in Williamsburg, 50 Kent Avenue. But the fact that you're here, man, when it came across my table, Coolio is coming to town. I was like, man, absolutely open door policy.
Well, I've been here a few times since you've been on the air here.
Yeah.
And I was like, why nobody never booked me on Sway? It's like, damn. And I was thinking about, man, maybe I should just reach out to Sway.
Yeah.
And do a call in or some shit, like something. So I really want to, be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I watch you evolve too, brother.
Yeah.
I watch you go from just a cat that was asking people questions to a pretty much a social force, and I respect the fact that you kept your core. You know what I'm saying? This show
Heather B
partner right here.
Heather B.
This your partner right here.
Heather B.
That's probably that's probably your conscience.
Yeah.
That's probably why you keep it around so you won't be doing dumb shit.
Yeah, damn, you read
Wow,
it. You read
you
it.
said it verbatim. Sway
Okay.
said exactly those words.
Actually, this concert is taking place September 12th in Williamsburg, the 90s Fest. And you got good insight, Coolio. That's exactly why Heather's here. You just gave up the formula.
Yeah,
you gave up the game right there.
Because I bet there's a lot of shit that you would do or say. She was like, nah. Don't do that. That's don't do that
Wow.
Look how Heather
Don't
looking.
do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Because we thought we met before in the hallway. Interesting. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Coolio's here, 888-742-3345. Wow. We're going to take them back. Dress code, Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5.
I don't know what type of shit they was into back in 2953.
Wow. That was from Dracula 3000.
Hey, that shit was low budget. But let me tell you something. I shined in that shit.
Yes, you
like,
did.
I was flying that shit, man. As a matter of fact, after I got killed, the movie was over.
Yeah, but your vampire game was different, man. You offered a whole different kind of
that shit was
vampire.
funny. I had fun. I had fun doing that shit.
Yeah.
I did that in South Africa, homie.
Really? So you got to travel and see the country?
Yeah, bro. It was a nigga that would have come home. We would tell you like that, bro. I didn't want to leave. I mean, you talk about you going in the grocery store and it's 15s in the grocery store with no shoes on and shit.
15?
Hell yeah.
Not even 10?
Not 10. It's
Wow.
15s in the store with no shoes on and
And they all knew you, right?
not all of them. Like enough of them.
Enough of them there?
Yeah,
Man, I can only because after Gangsta's Paradise took you to a whole. Can you can you put it in perspective what level that song, for that Dangerous Minds movie, what level did it catapult you to? Like, what kind of things were you witnessing that you didn't before the success of that song?
I was the first hip hop artist to go to Kazakhstan. I was the first hip hop artist to go to Uzbekistan. I was the first hip hop artist to go to I was the first hip hop artist to sell out more than 3 shows in New Zealand. I was the first hip hop artist to sell out more than 5 shows in Australia. I was the first hip hop artist to go to what's the other place?
Damn, he's forgetting countries. Damn.
Countries.
He's stunting on this.
It was like Eastern European. I mean, I've been to places in Russia that I can't even pronounce, bro.
Yeah.
That I've been to places where I'm probably the only black person they ever seen that wasn't on TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, one time we went to this place in it was near the Chinese border. Right. It was on the outside of Russia, damn near Mongolia, and I was at the best hotel in town. The best hotel in town. My furniture was nailed together and shit.
It was
like,
nailed together.
Yeah, it was like you could see where somebody like broke some shit.
Yeah.
And it was nailed together. It was just one big ass room, and that was the best hotel in town. And every time I stuck my head out the window, it was like this. Ah! Hey! I was like, oh shit. And it was people surrounding the hotel like I was Michael Jackson or some shit, bro. And it was
How'd that make you feel though at that time?
You know what was, I'm gonna tell you what was the probably the most important thing that happened to me before that. When I was 18, between 18 and 20, I got a record deal with this. I don't even know if I should call it a record company because it was this dude that sold beauty supply products. He sold this curl activator.
Okay.
And it was called Love Nest. It was called Love Nest Records, which he later changed. It was called Primo Records.
Yeah.
Which he later changed to Love Nest Records. And it was this. The activator, the formula was fucked up because at the end we started calling it crumb divator.
Yeah.
Because that shit would make crumbs in your hair and that crumbs all in your bed and on your pillow.
Oh, real crumbs.
Yeah, I'm talking about like it made like the dirt in your hair got turned into crumbs and shit. And it was some fucked up formula. Anyway though, he had a daughter his daughter is fine than a mother, but she couldn't sing. And you know how people always try to take fine women who can't sing and turn them into a star. And it works sometimes.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no names, but
I was wondering.
But I don't wanna fuck my pussy up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's still a chance. I might be able to hit one. Anyway.
You want a baby.
No, I'm just playing.
But what was the lesson you learned from
I
that?
know you better watch out.
What? Stop it, Coolio.
Nah, all right, anyway, so okay, we made a couple of records. We made this song called my first single was called "What You Gonna Do," and I remember the hook. So this dude named Craig, the one man band, made the track, and this how the track sound. It was like some art of noise bullshit.
Yeah,
and he did it on an emulator. It was some garbage, but the for the time, lyrically it wasn't that bad. But I know the hook went, "What you gonna do, huh?" It was some bullshit. Then we made another song called "High School Freaks," and then we made a song called "You're Gonna Miss Me," which that was out of those three, that was the only one that was really worth talking about.
Yeah.
But Anyway, to make a long story short, when I made that very first one, now of course I knew nothing about the music business. I thought that if you made a record, if you heard it on the radio, oh, you rich.
Yeah.
So at that time, I was into LeBarons, the convertible LeBaron. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I might be like 2 LeBarons. Shit, give me a Cadillac.
2 LeBarons. You have big goals.
By my mama house, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that, you know what I'm saying? Fuck these, I'm moving out the hood, shit, you know what I'm saying? And of course, none of that shit happened.
Yeah.
Because that shit didn't sell no records. And just because they play a record on the radio don't mean that you're gonna sell a record. Even you can have a good record and it get played on the radio. But that don't mean you're gonna sell the records because they was playing that shit at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
They was playing that shit at maybe 7:30, 8:30 at night, one time. I mean, it wasn't like it was in full rotation or nothing. But anyway, I had all these big dreams and shit. I got kind of cocky around that time.
Yeah. And
when the shit didn't happen, nigga came right back to earth. So, I wasn't going too hard. So, nobody really dissed me for that or whatnot. But
it changed.
It would change me, and I was like, oh shit. So I was like, oh, just because they play your song on the radio, I don't mean shit. So then I went. So after that, bro, I went 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
Before I got. No, about 8 years before I got another real record deal, which was with Priority. I got a record deal with Priority. DJ Aladdin did my album. It was called To Funk or Not to Funk.
Yeah.
That's and then the parentheses that is the question, which to be or not to be. I took it from that. But I had this song on there. I had this song called Capital Punishment. That motherfucker got some bangers. Matter of fact, remember Vacek?
Yeah.
Vacek engineered that shit. I heard that he might have a DAT. I'm gonna see if he got that shit. But anyway, I got dropped before my shit came out. Remember Guy that worked for Priority? I know you know him.
Yeah. I mean Brian Turner and all that.
He had the swimming pool with the cascade. If you don't know the swimming pool with a cascade, it's when you ain't got no hair at the top.
Yeah.
Not unlike this. Now see, this is a over the side waterfall right here.
Oh, you got a tattoo. You got a tattoo.
Special shit.
This is over the side
you got a
waterfall.
tattoo on your head. I like.
So I got 2 little, these little waterfalls coming off the side. But his shit was, he had the full waterfall. Although he had hair, he had long hair all the way around, but no hair on the top. So he was one of the first people in LA to start doing ecstasy real bad. And he was selling records out the back door, homie. He was selling Ice Cube records out the back door.
So
let me finish.
Okay, I feel like
no, it's a long story. I tell a long ass story, bro.
All right,
okay, so every project that he signed got dropped.
Okay.
Which was me. So then I went another 4 or 5 years before I got the deal with Tommy Boy. I got the deal with Tommy Boy because Dub C started being Cube's hype man. Crazy Tunes became his DJ. Big G was even in security.
Yeah.
Cube didn't know me. Now I volunteered to be the luggage man.
Yeah.
Cause I had 3 kids at the time. I was like, look, I need to make some money, bruh. And Dub said, okay, I'm gonna ask him. And then when it was about 2 days before the tour came, he was like, nah, man, Cube don't really know you. Plus it ain't enough, ain't enough room, and you ain't from the hood. So I ain't gonna lie, bro, I was crushed. I was, damn. I know everybody that had that feeling when their stomach be down to their feet. Yeah. And you just be feeling bad. Then I got angry. And that anger, I don't know about if anybody's an MC in here, but sometimes when you get angry, that shit give you fire. And I started writing, bro. I started writing the best shit I ever wrote. Yeah. And I hooked up with DJ Wino, made a demo, and I shot my own demo probably for about 6 months. Yeah. Didn't get no bites, and then I got a letter. I got a letter from a record company. I think it was Capitol Records. They said we don't accept unsolicited material. And I didn't know what that was at the time, so I took the time to find out. And if you don't have, your shit has to go through a manager. Yeah. It has to go through somebody that they not necessarily respect, but at least somebody that they know they've dealt with before, or somebody knows them. So Warren G, This is how we did Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan.
Jazzy Fat Nasties, and QD3. Paul had just got all of them a deal. Paul Stewart.
Paul Stewart.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Paul, and I went to Paul Stewart. He said, well, let me check out your demo. About a week went by. He was like, I like it. I'm going to shop it. He shopped it. About 3 weeks later, I had an offer from Tommy Boy. I had an offer from, man, I had an offer from like 3 companies. Tommy Boy offered the most money. I took it.
Yeah.
I took $25,000, went in the studio. I was supposed to do really 1 song. I did 8.
Yeah.
I did 3, 3, and 2. And I remember the time was running out on the 3rd day. It's like, man, you gotta get this shit done, man. We got like 1 hour left. And I just ran through that shit. And I had 8 songs, and I gave them 5. And they was amazed that I did 5 songs with $25,000. So they said, okay, do an EP, and they gave me $25,000 more. Then I finished my album with that, pretty much.
With the EP money.
Yeah.
So you finished the album for $50,000.
Yeah, I did like 12, 13 songs with that $50,000.
Which album was that?
That was It Takes a Thief.
It Takes a Thief, and on that you had
that was the Fantastic Voyage.
Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah, that was Fantastic Voyage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
My Mama in Love with a Gangster. It was a few on there. I mean, I felt like, well, no, a lot of people don't know my albums, but I felt like my singles were so big that it just overshadowed everything. And you know, Tommy Boy actually had their finger on the pulse back then.
Yeah.
Because they was pushing singles hard.
Yeah.
And I mean, they didn't really, you know, my albums did well, but I think they could have did better if they had to push the album more so than the singles. So, you know, there it is. And then so that was it. So when I did, so I said this to say that. This is a long ass story to make you understand. But because I had the experience of making a record when I was younger, when I got older, because I didn't blow up, dude. I was 31.
Yeah.
I was 31. That's the time when rappers be retiring and shit. I was 31 when I really got on. I was 31 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I said 23. Well, you know, I said 23 or 24. That's just because that shit rhymed. That wasn't my real age. I was 29 when I first made the deal for Gangsta Paradise, and by the time it came out, I was 30, and by the time it really blew up, I was damn near 31. So,
yeah,
you know, I was old enough to not do some of the dumb shit that people do. You know, I never got big headed. I never forgot where I came from. I never played that game. You know, played that silly ass game that people be playing, which, you know, maybe I should have a little bit, because. You know, I mean, I don't know. My crew sometimes tell me that I'm too accessible, but I just don't know how to. I don't know how to fake this shit. I don't know how to. I don't know how. I never learned that shit. I don't want to. I'm me. I'm being myself. So it's fun. It's been fun.
Did you make a lot of money at that time? When Gangsta Paradise, this was like nominated for Grammys, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I did. I did pretty good, bro. I was killing it.
Yeah,
I was killing it.
I'm gonna play
but I should have made. We'll talk about that.
So just play the song, all right, and then open up the phone lines 888-742-3345. It's Coolio. Sway in the morning, Shade 45. Coolio is here. Gangsta's Paradise. That went on to sell millions of records and get global recognition and catapult his career one more time, where people thought he was a new artist. This was like his 3rd lifetime by the time this came out as an artist, and that's why I was asking you. By the way, this story is it's just amazing to hear the trajectory of your journey, and the reason why I was asking you, because this brought you a whole nother level of mainstream success, and we got to witness things from afar. Along with the success, we also got to witness the downslide. Right. Yeah. And so I wanted to ask you, because you would hear a lot of stuff about you and about financial issues,
right,
about with drugs, right, the law. What points do you feel, what was true about the drugs, first of all, what was untrue?
Well, for a long time, bro, I didn't do, all I did was smoke weed. I smoked weed, and then when ecstasy came out, I did that every now and then, but I never really got into all that. My nemesis was cocaine, bro. You know, and I went, you know, I used to do coke back in the 80s, and I stopped doing it for 12 years, bro.
Wow.
And then I started doing it again. Man. And I couldn't believe myself. Like, I was like, what the fuck? But you know what? I started messing around with this female that did coke every day, and that's how I started.
That's how you started.
I started back doing it, and then I quit again.
You quit?
Quit again. So it's been like about 6 years. About 6 years since I fucked with cocaine again. So it was one of them things I went through. Now I could truly say now that it won't never happen again. Because first of all, I'm way too old for that shit. If I start doing that shit again, I'm fucking around. I probably will kill myself if I do it again. Yeah. And then I just finally came to terms with the fact that it's not even a good high. It's not even fun. It ain't no, you know. Basically, I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Man, break that shit down.
No. You know, I don't fuck with drugs that affects my penis.
Okay.
If I can't get a hard on, I don't want to fuck with it.
That's smart.
So it's just that simple.
That's simple.
Cocaine, you do so much coke, you ain't that bell go off, and then your nuts be nothing. And you know, I just
they call you no nuts.
That's it.
No.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just yeah. That's part of it, and then it doesn't. I don't know if anybody ever done coke, but coke is a drug that all it does to you is make you want more. Nothing else. You get to it. I mean, you get high, and then it starts to go down. You be like, oh, I want to be high again. So let me take some more. Well, that's not enough. I can take some more. And then pretty soon you find yourself doing more and more and more. Yeah. And
what's the craziest thing?
You can fuck off a lot of money doing that. But I never, like, I wasn't out in the open, bro. I did things behind closed doors. I'm sure it was a couple of people who knew. Yeah. But you know, motherfuckers didn't really know. People, especially people who act like they knew. Yeah. They definitely didn't know because I wasn't around them. The people that knew, they ain't never said shit about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Unless they told somebody and then they said something about it. But, I never got too stupid. You know, I ain't never fucking sold my car for, I ain't never sold my car for an ounce. Yeah. Or, I wasn't no crackhead like, let a motherfucker have my car for $100 rock or no shit like that. I wasn't doing no shit like that. Selling my I ain't never did no shit like that.
I heard you loaned out your apartment just for a line.
Wow.
I'm joking.
I know you was fucking
joking. But you know what? I remember, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. In 2009, this was like when TMZ was just starting.
When I got caught in the airport.
Yes, with crack, they said.
Here, I'm going to put it to you. This is some real shit right here. And I hate telling this story because it's damn near unbelievable, but it's the absolute truth. I was fucking with cocaine at that time.
Okay.
But when I got caught in the airport, that wasn't my shit. You know how you get those little bags when you go in first class? Yeah. I had 20 or 30 of those bags underneath my sink in my bathroom. And I was rushing out the house. I didn't have time to grab, I couldn't find my toiletry bag. So I just grabbed one of those. Just so happened to be the bag that one of my peoples stashed under there when they was in the bathroom getting high. And that's on everything. And I was like, what the fuck? But you know what? It happened for a reason. Yeah. That happened to me because it was time to stop. Right. It was time to stop that shit. It was time to stop fucking around. And I didn't stop right away, but that was the beginning. Cause I'm gonna tell you something, bro. When that shit happened to me, my brother right here, man, he right at the res, man. He came and got me out. He came and bailed me out of jail. I got in the fucking trunk of his car, cause it was TMZ. It was all kind of motherfuckers up and down the street waiting for me to come out and film me. But bro, I was so embarrassed. I didn't even go home. I didn't go home for what? Like 3 weeks, two weeks. Yeah. Man, I couldn't face my family, my kids. I was so embarrassed, dude. That shit, man. That was. Ooh, that shit was bad. That shit was bad.
That was bad. What you ended up telling? How did you explain it to your kids?
I lied. You know, I since then told the truth, but yeah, I lied about it. I was like, I don't know what they talking about. Some bullshit. I lied about it, and yeah. So It was bad. And my son was at the airport with me, dog.
Yeah.
We was getting ready to go do a show. That shit was bad, homie.
Yeah.
Shit was bad. That shit was bad. Yeah. Hold on, let me tell you. Let me reenact it. The lady said, I tried to. She said, hey, move your hand. And she grabbed the pipe, she did like this.
So everybody could see the pipe.
She's like, look. She didn't say it, but she was like, look what I got. Look what he got. Like, I was like, I wanted, man. Damn. Ooh, I wanted to, man, fuck. Still don't know how I felt about her. I wanted to kill that motherfucker.
But that was 6 years ago. You've been sober.
Nah, that wasn't even 6 years ago.
That was 2009.
2009. Yeah. Y'all do the math.
6, yeah.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, 6. Hello.
Tracy, she got a degree from
I
Page.
didn't say shit.
I do numbers,
Degree.
baby.
Was that 2009, you sure?
Yeah.
But damn, like that was 2000. What's up? I don't know.
Whatever. Hey, listen.
It don't even matter.
It got you what? Yeah. It was a learnable moment. And
you know what? It was more than a learning moment, bro. That was absolutely the most embarrassing. I hadn't been embarrassed in years, bro. Yeah. Because my mother embarrassed me so much as a child, dude, that I was unembarrassable. Yeah. Until that day. That shit. Whew. It was hard. It was hard to get. A lot of people wouldn't have got over that. A lot of motherfuckers probably would have killed themselves. Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't even think about killing myself, but I felt bad than a mother. Yeah. I felt bad than a motherfucker. Anyway, because my kids was still in school and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know they was gonna have to deal with that shit. My son probably had so many fights over that shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Man, he probably did. I would imagine. But hey, c'est la vie. Shit happens.
Exactly.
Shit happens.
But this story, your story, man, from 3 or 4 different record deals, from getting dropped from labels, from being at the pinnacle with this Gangsta Paradise, from traveling all over the world, being the first to perform in certain countries, from having that downfall with fighting those demons, drugs, alcohol, money issues, in 2015. To see you here today, you know what I mean? I think it's just that in itself deserves a round of applause because you're looking healthy.
Look, I'm 52. I can still do that. Look.
And you still, you can still make your chest move.
We don't want to start talking about my lyrical skills and shit like that.
We ain't even got to talk about it. We could just have one to throw on the beat and be about it, man. That's all we really got to do.
Hey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold up. Flip it up. Give me something a little more now. All right, we got Adam from Louisiana. Say what up to Coolio. Go ahead.
What up, Adam?
Hey, what up, Coolio?
What's up, Adam? How you doing, bro?
I'm pretty good, man. Just want to say, listening to your whole story, man, that's the inspiration, man. The local rappers everywhere trying to make it for real.
Shaka Zulu, man. Hey, man. Listen, you know what I'm saying? If you got the conviction, bro, and you got the heart. It take heart, bro, because it's not something that's guaranteed and it's not promised, bro. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and if it's not, it's not. But I would say that if you really want it, man, you got to stay in it, and you got to be willing to do as much for yourself as you can, and don't be waiting on nobody else to do nothing for you. You got to be willing to go take that shit.
All right.
Shit, I understand that, man. Appreciate it.
All right, we got AJ from Canada. AJ, good morning.
Hey, what's up, Coolio? What's up, everybody?
What's up, AJ? Shaka Zulu, man.
Hey, good, man. I just wanted to say that's a lot of inspiration, that stuff you're talking right now. Fuck all that other shit that happened before. I remember when Dangerous Minds came out, that movie really got me into hip-hop when I was a kid. So
appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, man.
And like all of us from Canada, we know you party with some of our people from Canada, so just want to say keep your head up, and thanks for that inspirational talk.
Shaka Zulu, man.
Tony in Dallas, what's your question for Coolio? Tony, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead. Say what up to Coolio. Go ahead.
What up, Coolio, man? That was a good inspiration, man. Well, we was talking today, brother.
Appreciate you, Tony. I appreciate that, man. I'm real as I could get, man.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I know a producer, actually, man, that you did some work with down here in Charlotte, North Carolina, man, and I would love to work with you, man.
Well, absolutely, man. Just
hold on the line. I could get the number.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, cool. Hold on the line. Get that number, line 1 for me. Yo, Wonder. Man, we got the legendary Coolio in here. Drop a beat on him. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5.
Hey. All right.
That's how we get down. Home of the true MCs. That ain't you?
Watch me.
That's us.
First 5. They say everything got a price tag and it might have. But for now, niggas better bring an ice bag. Cross my path and we gon' have a fight class. So get the distance from my fist to where your eye at, biatch. Coolio in the flesh. Of course I'm fresh. Of course I'm Coke, Remington, and Smith and West. And when it's time to pay me, they better have my fetty. I smoke they rock and make it hotter than Petty Petty. My name ain't 50 Cent, but I got plenty sense. Backslap your ass with the force of 50 pimps. I walk the block with a Glock like I got 50 lips. I kiss the Clinton tits like I got 50 lips. I got stamina, I'm strong like 50 dicks. I made her scream shit like my dick was 50 inch. Now she know what to do. She go and get a crew and bring me top weed and 10 of shoes. I pepper fool, I bit a fool. I broke a rule or two and did the do. And me and Sway, we cut him like OJ, okay? That's what I say. Watch me. Hold on, don't stop. I ain't scared because I don't stop. I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Jump in there, Coolio.
Look, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Pistol packing. In the streets, little homies jacking. Don't want beef, cause beef leave bones cracking. Don't leave your heat, cause heat leave bang slacking. Don't cross my crew, cause we gon' take action. Hide your bitch, cause we gon' stay macking. Franklin, Grant, Lincoln, and Jackson, cause and effect. Titties all on my chest, got a thong in her ass, and she all on my... They know I'm in the club, but they ain't calling me yet. Ballin' like a motherfucker, ice on my neck. 26s on the Hummer, 21s on the vet. Had to add another page for the O's on my check. Find them, fuck them, fool them, leave them. When they tell you that they love you, then don't believe them. Bitch, I'm rich, you can't dispute that. We having weed, drinks, and fun everywhere my crew at. I'm cold with mine, I got soul with mine. Got TSC notes and fins to fold with mine. Roll dubs on mine, got love on mine. Ain't no marks, busters, and subs, and scrubs on mine. I put the shine on mine, ready to ride on mine. But a nigga can't bling and floss all the time. I creep with mine, I'm deep with mine. Impressor, check the records, I never fell asleep with mine. He thought he was an antelope, but couldn't leave my lines. Hard to find, young punk, I take your 9. Put yourself in the bar with us, put yourself on the line with us. Give me your pieces, empty your pockets, that's fine with us. Don't want a 50 cal with us, okay, corral with us. Or try to grab the microphone and unstyle with us. It's rowdy and wild with us. Drink and smoke and get loud with us. Dime pieces clothes to get butt naked and smile for us. And that's shit I wrote years ago. Like my new shit, I didn't even want to spit it because my style done evolved, and I don't want niggas to be trying to take my shit. Motherfuckers. Hey, Dad, you know what fucks me up? This is what fucks me up. These rappers be doing features these days. When you do a feature, you're supposed to use your style to enhance the record. These niggas trap like the nigga who they doing the record with. Yeah. What the fuck's up with that? Yo, man, come on, man. Yeah. Row, like a... Come on, y'all motherfuckers ain't never heard Busta Rhymes back in the day when everybody else was doing one thing, he always went another way what's my boy name? Come on, help me. Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap. Oh,
Cool G Rap, man. Come on. Man, y'all.
G-Rap?
Come on, man.
Wow.
Y'all motherfuckers need to do y'all homework, man. Do your homework. Stop following. Stop following motherfuckers. Stop. Everybody stop. Fuck that. Do what y'all want to do. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm sick of motherfuckers following everybody. As soon as one person make a record, then it's 5 motherfuckers that come out with a record that sounds just like it.
Yeah.
It sound like the same producers making all the songs.
Same producers sound like the same rap. That's an easy way out though. But the mediocrity has become the new norm. So you know you kind of got to find your way. Then there's those who stand out.
Hobson.
You know, you a Hobson fan?
That motherfucker's dope.
He's sick, right?
That nigga's dope, cause that nigga got flame.
Yeah.
I like him. I think that's the new rappers. Him and Kendrick Lamar, they might be my favorites, man. I like Kendrick, you know, because he represents Compton for one thing. Yeah. And then he ain't scared to try new shit. Because his new album, a lot of people told me they don't like it. But it's because they don't like it because dumb niggas don't like it. Because they can't understand. They can't. The dumb niggas don't like it because they like, huh? What this nigga talking about, man? That nigga ain't talking about blowing 6'4". They ain't talking about smoking no blunts, nigga. Man, fuck that nigga, man. Nigga talking about slaves and shit, man. Fuck that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga. I'm finna go listen to some Big Dum Dum, nigga.
Big Dum Dum.
Big Dum Dum.
Big Dum Dum. That nigga is shit, homie.
MC Big Dum Dum. Coolio, man. Give this man a round of applause. The 90s Fest is taking place Saturday, September 12th at 1 p.m. in Brooklyn at 50 Kent Ave in Williamsburg. Blind Melon, Coolio, Lisa Loeb, Naughty by Nature, Smash Mouth, Tonic, Salt and Pepper. This is going to be crazy. Saved by the 90s, which is a cover band. You can go to www.90sfest.com. That's 90sfest.com. Man, next time you come back to NY, come back on the show, bro.
I absolutely will, bro. I got to do a couple shout-outs real quick.
Go for it.
Shouts out to my boys, Darius Ivy. That's my son. My son played the guitar. He's a master guitarist. Shouts out to Pharaoh Santana. That's Milan. That's my son. My son go to NYU, bro.
Oh, wow.
His name is Pharaoh Santana. The motherfucker dope. Shouts out to AI, and he's so fly that nigga can't die. Shouts out to my nigga J Rez. Hey, this is the one of the top 5 saxophone players in the world right there. Shouts out to my homeboy and my motherfucking security.
Yeah.
Motherfucking West Coast Mookie, a.k.a. James Posey Jr. Shaka Zulu, man.
There it is.
And shouts out to Sway and King Tech, motherfucker. Man, I'm going to come look for your ass, man. I'm coming LA, man. Man, you got to have a drink, bro. Shouts out to the whole crew, and shouts out to Heather B. and
Tracy,
baby,
that's Tracy.
Tracy, yeah,
Tracy.
Okay.
You know, and then LQ, real quick, ask him. LQ had a big question for you.
What's up, man?
I'm on the spot. We were talking about Gangsta's Paradise before.
Yeah.
Do you still keep in contact with LV?
Yeah, but I tried to get LV to come on tour with me so many times, bro. Just LV want to get paid too much. He want more shit. He want as much as I get, and I just can't do that. I could get, I could pay him swell, but he just want a little bit too much, man. But I'm gonna keep pressing him every year, every big tour I do. I call LV, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the promoters to throw me some extra cheese just for LV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope.
Hopefully they gonna do it one day. If they smart, they would, because hey, listen, LV is one of the best singers in America. That's real talk.
There it is. I got these 2 young men I brought up here, Brandon and Nick. I met them yesterday in Harlem at Rucker Park.
Okay.
And these are 2 enterprising young men, and they what do you call those boards? Skyboards. They're working with skyboards, and they're making customized skyboards for celebrities or people in the public eye. And they were there yesterday. They with Reebok, and they made a Sway in the Morning skyboard.
Hi.
All right, come here, man. Get on the mic, man. And this is their.
Hey, if y'all
no, Coolio, you don't get up.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't got no Coolio board. We got a problem.
Well, that's why I got them here.
Yeah, we didn't
All right, real quick, man. Talk about your company, what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Well, basically, what we doing is taking over, because there's a lot of companies out there that's trying to do what we do. We're the first ones to really go out there at the big brands, celebrities, and hand them a custom board like Johnny Bling did with the grills.
Yeah.
We the same cats that's doing this right now. We young.
Yeah.
I'm 26. I got 2 boys, and I'm like, yo, I got to put something out for my kids, a foundation. So this is the future of the wave. I mean, it might not be out 12 to 15 years, but I'm just pretty much putting my footprint in this earth with big people like you guys. So Skyboards is taking over and doing, custom boards for celebrities like yourself, and making you guys feel like, hey, listen, you can be part of youth too, because these boards is really trendy right now. So
and all the kids that were at the Rucker Park was taking my. You see everybody taking my board, man, my skyboard,
And badass kids, man. They don't play out there. They don't even ask. They just take it.
Just took my skyboard.
Where's that?
It's at my house.
You don't want to have to be trying to ride on your shit, trying to take your shit home.
Take mine. Hey, how can people reach y'all? Because a lot of folks are trying to figure out how to get these skyboards, how to get them customized.
I mean, the best way, we worldwide, baby. So you could go on the website, skyboards.com. It's a sky with 2 Y's, and then boards with a Z. You could Google Sky Palmer. We gonna come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up? You want to say anything in closing too?
Oh man, pretty much, I mean, this for all ages, we just customize everybody board. We did Shaq's board. Obviously we did your board, Sway.
We did Trey Songz,
Beats,
August Alsina.
Exactly, everybody. So we out here, like you said, taking over.
Yeah.
We got 2 stores. We got one store with Tyga, Last King on Melrose. We got another store with Christina Milian on Melrose. Yeah. We got a big warehouse out in Vegas where we do all the rapping. So everything's official.
Okay, one more time. Give them that platform where they can find you.
So www.skyboards, that's 2 Y's for the sky, and then boards with a Z.com.
And we'll also be Well, I was also be presenting that new Coolio board at the show this weekend.
Hey,
we'll be bringing them on stage, you know what I'm saying, to show off their boards and let them talk a little bit too.
Right.
You know,
that's what it's about.
Sure they get that ready.
Man.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
So
yeah.
It ain't gonna be as many people as as the Sway show, but it's gonna be about 3,000 to 5,000 people out there.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So
because it's not just for celebrities. Like anybody can get their
anybody can get it.
Anybody.
Yeah. Man, gentlemen, thanks for coming through.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Coolio, thanks for coming through.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45. Kilo.